Who is the greatest anime and manga character of all time? I asked 100 diehard anime fans this question, and they responded with their top 5 main characters. This information allowed me to create a community ranking of the top 90 characters of all time. Think back to the clips that were just shown. Do you recognize any of these anime? Do you notice any memorable scenes? Do you see your favorite main character? The community decided F tier is where they belong. This means that 70 plus characters are ranked higher than the ones you see on the screen. Despite being an F tier, the lowest possible rank, they are still characters considered to be honorable mentions on our list. Seeing Violet ranked in F tier makes me doubt where this list is heading, honestly. Especially with Meliodas from 7 Deadly Frames right next to her. This is almost as bad as seeing Meliodas next to Elizabeth. D tier. These are the hidden gems that we found in our list. A hidden gem whom I found through the creation of this video is Suzuki Iruma. I've never heard of him, so how relevant can he truly be? Gon also landed in hidden gem, most likely because he's not even the most popular character in his own show. Am I wrong? Next, we have our underrated characters who fall into the C tier. Referring to Hachiman as an underrated character seems like a mistake to me though. The ending of Origairu is tasteless, plagued with fan service, and honestly, it was a sellout on his character development. It ruined the show and character, similar to how Jaime Lannister was butchered at the end of Game of Thrones. I cannot agree with the community on this one. The B tier holds our diamonds in the rough. These are characters from the shows that are commonly underwatched, keeping them from reaching their full potential of popularity. Factors that contribute to this are the novelty of the series, recency bias, and just poor advertisement. Even with these shortcomings, these characters are considered diamonds, cherished by the fans who have dedicated their time to the series. All these characters deserve this love for the quality of great writing they bring to their shows. Do you notice an imposter among this tier? No? Not yet. Maybe here. At this point in the ranking, we begin to see some familiar faces known not to just experienced anime watchers, but to beginners as well. Their popularity is what puts them on the edge of greatness in the A tier. Moving further into the A tier, the community did a really good job giving these characters a shine that they deserve. Rei Kiriyama is the only main character to do true justice to the slice of life genre on this list. Some would say he belongs in the top 5.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
Hey, yeah, you. Open your mind and go watch some slice of life anime. And just like that, we have entered the top 5 greatest characters of all time. These are the characters that dominated the polls. A true warrior is someone who uses their power to protect lives with honor and dignity. A false warrior is someone who abuses their power with impulsive greed and wrath. These two warriors have separate goals: power over the people versus power for the people. The false warrior believes that they are above the regular person and aim to keep it that way by conquering, abusing, and controlling. The true warrior also believes they are above, however, they choose to use their power to protect and uplift the regular people. False warriors can only be dethroned by true warriors like Thorfinn, which is why Thorfinn feels the obligation and takes initiative to create a new world. The way Thorfinn uses his power to protect and uplift at all costs is a perfect representation of what a true warrior should be. A monster is someone who, through their ambition, sacrifices the ones they love for their self-interest. The people negatively affected by the monster's ambition are left in a deep pit of despair. Guts was forced to watch his best friend brutally violate the only person who made him feel safe. This put Guts in a constant state of suffering. To relieve this suffering, he dedicated his life to killing all existing monsters. Guts quickly realized that the only way to kill a monster is to become a monster himself. Although he takes the form of a monster and is depicted as a mad dog, he is not a true monster. The true monster is someone who appears to be a glorious hero despite his grotesque path to make his dream his reality. The true monster sacrifices those he loves most in pursuit of these selfish desires. Guts becoming a monster is not rooted in ambition or selfishness. It is rooted in his despair. This leads to him not sacrificing those he loves, but sacrificing himself. Our friendly neighborhood pseudo-vampire. Instead of being bitten by a radioactive spider, Araragi was bitten by the king of oddities. A superhero is someone who, despite the darkness they carry, accepts that darkness and uses it to help save people from their own darkness. Like Peter Parker, Araragi's journey began with a deep sense of guilt and responsibility from a mistake in his childhood, mirroring Uncle Ben's death. However, Araragi's guilt stems from projected feelings from a deranged young girl who wanted him to feel the same guilt that she felt. Araragi takes on this guilt, and he believes the only way to relieve himself from this is death. This explains why Araragi's heroism is very dark compared to the conventional superhero like Spider-Man. He is a superhero carrying darkness with each step, which he learns to confront and accept over time. The people Araragi helps are individuals with deeply rooted internal conflicts and terrible mental health. He helps them by putting them in position to help themselves. With great power comes great responsibility of selflessly helping people in need. A superhero must first accept personal darkness before saving others from their darkness. You must be healed from all past trauma to live a peaceful life. You cannot outrun your past. Gintoki attempts to escape his past by using humor and helping others as a coping mechanism. He started odd jobs to keep his day-to-day life distracting and physically avoid anything from his past. Although he may appear to be at ease, he suffers from PTSD due to his war-ridden childhood and teenage years. No matter how hard he attempts to dissociate himself from the past, it always manages to reappear in subtle ways. When Gintoki's past begins to negatively affect those he cares for in the present, his pent-up emotions are released, and he realizes he must confront the demons he has tried so hard to keep locked away. No matter how fast you try to outrun your past, it will always catch up to you. Whether that past is good or bad, you must embrace it with open arms in order to sustain a peaceful life. What makes a main character beloved? Many traits are considered, such as character development, relatability, complex parallels and foils with a supporting cast, or simply how cool they can be. One trait sets everyone mentioned in this list apart from the main character at the number one spot, and that's how virtuous he is. Every beloved character is held at a high regard due to their virtuous nature and acts of moral righteousness. Every other trait is just a cherry on top. What makes the number one main character the most beloved is due to him being the literal embodiment of virtue, and we all know who was missing from this list.
Of liberation! For the first time in 800 years, he is here! I'm sure of it! Joy Boy has returned!
Acts of virtue demonstrate a positive moral code. These actions are voluntary and are not done for anything in return. Moral acts can be performed, but if the person doing the act is doing it for fame or any selfish gain, it is no longer virtuous. Luffy is virtue. All of his actions reflect this. Yes, he dreams of becoming king of the pirates, but he would commit a virtuous act that holds him back from his goal rather than ignoring the right thing to do to speed up his gains. This is because he is incapable of falling for his vices. He is willed to be virtuous. And with a will so powerful, he is incapable of acting in any other way. He does not achieve his end by a means of taking advantage of others. He reaches his end through his will. This is what always keeps him pushing forward. An object in motion always stays in motion. Even after losing his crew, his brother, his faith in himself, and even his life, he kept moving forward. Luffy cannot lie, he cannot cheat, he cannot abuse, and he does not lust. These are not just vices that his many opponents indulge in, but also his crew and we who are viewing One Piece. He's the glue that keeps his crew together, the same way he will bring the entire world together by the end of the series. Luffy is the most beloved, not just in the fictional world of One Piece, but in this community of anime and manga fans from across the world.